Wherever the new world of work takes your business, the world works with ServiceNow.
Becca goes. Becca goes fly. Becca goes in. Goes aw. Becca goes big.
If you're over 50, imagine you could turn back the clock on your stiff, achy joints 10, even 20 years. Imagine you could do this without products that just temporarily hide the symptoms and may have side effects. Imagine no more. Get your complimentary sample of Instaflex Advanced just by texting FORM to 369369. Instaflex Advanced is different because it targets the root cause of joint soreness and stiffness. It doesn't just cover up symptoms. Instead, it bathes your joints in its unique combination of 5 key natural ingredients found in no other product. Key ingredients backed by 5 clinical studies. Instaflex Advanced is so powerful, you could have better knees in just 1 week. Maybe that's why it's #1 at GNC. But you can only get your complimentary sample by texting FORM to 369369. Plus, text now and we'll include a tube of Instaflex pain cream with its exclusive oxygenated oil for fast-acting relief from the pain of arthritis, backaches, and sore muscles, absolutely free. Text FORM to 369369.
You're watching the CarMax pregame show. CarMax, the way it should be.
Hello, everyone, and Merry Christmas.
And on Christmas Day, we're ready to play basketball.
Merry Christmas.
It's Christmas night basketball, something that started back at Madison Square Garden in 1947.
60 points for Bernard King.
4-on-2, Michael Jordan.
Bryant. Give him a Christmas present. That's with a big red bow on it.
This is just competition. Embrace it. You're going to kill for these moments 20 years from now.
In transition, Wade finds James! Grab that, put it under your Christmas tree.
The long pass and a three-point attempt from Kerr slaps with Davis for 3. Yes!
Nice Christmas present. Watch this play by Julius Erving.
That was a combination of Michael Jordan, Dr. J, and George Gervin on the same play.
Charles Barkley is having a merry old time on Christmas Day in the NBA.
What a move by Curry.
Look at that move by Bird.
Back to James! And a foul! The Bulls with a chance to win here on Christmas Day. Rose left, throws in the lane. Rose, good! Derrick Rose!
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, you guys.
Now let's see if Maravich can stir up the Hawks again. Give him that much room and he'll burn you.
Bryant to the basket, inside! Finish for Bryant. What a spin! Oh my! Finds Jefferson inside. He throws it down again. Wade kicks it out the box. Throws it down and a foul.
Merry Christmas. Put that in your stocking.
Mason, 3 for the win. Good! Roger Mason. Merry Christmas, San Antonio. Irving spins, puts up the shot. It's good. The shot is off. Loose ball. Ewing goes up. The basket counts. Here it is from another angle. What a win.
The NBA is on Christmas Day. They're starting at noon, and the last of the day tips at 8. They're all on ABC and ESPN, but never forget, you can get your scores, your highlights, your analysis on Game Time right here on NBA TV. So let's take a look at the Western Conference standings heading into these Christmas Day matchups. I think in the West, Smitty, no real surprises to this point.
No, I will say I love what the Memphis Grizzlies has done. I'm not surprised that they're in fourth, but I thought that would be with John Morant.
Yeah.
But I'm saying without John Morant, give that organization, those players, a lot of credit to be in fourth place, and John Morant missed a lot of games.
Yeah, that has been impressive, what they've been able to do. Their culture has changed. And, you know, sometimes we lose sight of the fact that the teams we're so accustomed to seeing play at a high level and the players, you know, in the next couple years, we're going to have a changing of the guard. And right now, you look in that Western Conference, Memphis seems to be positioned really well for the future. So I'm excited to see how that team continues to grow.
A literal changing of the guard. I do want to look, though, at the Eastern Conference top 10 ahead of the weekend as well, because I was more surprised by these at this point in the season. We've got the reigning champions now sitting in third after struggling with inconsistency at the start of the season, but a Hawks team that was a couple of wins away from a trip to the finals, not even on that list at this point.
Well, for me, GA, is J.B. Bickerstaff. He's not getting enough credit to me at all as one of the coaches that's doing a phenomenal job.
Oh, yeah.
They're in fourth
Home court advantage, right?
Home court advantage.
Yeah.
Everybody says small ball. I'm going to start Larry Markkinen at the 3. I'm going to start the kid, Jared Allen at the 5. Yeah. I'm going to start the young Evan Mobley at the 4. We're going to play big. I'm going to lose Colin Sexton and move Garland over, and we still going to win games. I think J.B. Bickerstaff has done a phenomenal job.
Who do y'all see, though, as the team to beat in the East as it sits?
In Milwaukee.
Who won it last year?
Okay.
I think Milwaukee. Now, listen.
Right, but that doesn't seem to be the direction the conversation is regularly trending.
Well, that's what we were talking about earlier. Like, there's so much talk about, obviously, the Nets. And listen, the Nets are that good. But to me, the Bucks, and I will tell you, the Bulls can be scary. The Bulls can be scary because DeRozan is legit, obviously. You know, Levine's coming on. And their team really fits well.
They start their roles. They always got their roles defined.
They do.
They got all their roles defined.
Yeah, and getting Ball, because Ball's not a typical prototype in terms of a point. He's not a half-court point guard. Like, he's a guy that's more of a spacer in the half court, and he's great in the open floor, and he's a terrific defender. Because down a stretch of games, the ball's going to be in Levine or DeRozan's hands, and it's really important that you have high IQ guys that can shoot the basketball, which is what Ball is. So they got a nice mix. The question's going to be with them, big picture, is their bench going to hold up? Because Caruso's been phenomenal. But, oftentimes you're going to have depth in those postseason series where you're playing 6-7 games. Guys coming off the bench are going to have to play a significant role for you. But their starting five, boy, they are really good. And I think both those teams, along with Miami, those are the 4 teams that I look at that I think are legitimately positioned to have a chance to win that Eastern Conference.
Okay, because I'm also looking at the 7 and 8 seeds with the Sixers and the Celtics, a couple of teams that have been expected to contend in these last several seasons.
Well, the Sixers right now, until they make a trade for Ben Simmons, I think it's going to be a struggle for them. I think they can probably end up maybe as high as 5 or 4, but I just don't see them, in my opinion, winning the Eastern Conference until they make a trade and we see what they get back for Ben Simmons. But if they don't make a trade, I don't see the Sixers. So that's the Celtics. Right now, they have to make a trade.
So you don't see a way forward for Ben with the team?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't speak for him or speak for the organization if he comes
back.
Well,
they've spoken. Yep.
Yes.
They haven't spoken to each other,
right.
But they've spoken.
They've spoken.
If he comes back, I just think it'll be so much of a media, and obviously win games can help. But I think that marriage of the 76ers and Ben Simmons is over.
And I would also say a team like Cleveland, this is a year where you're going to have a team take a step because of the chaos, all the uncertainty, guys in and out of lineups. And Cleveland's had been that team in the Eastern Conference where, and they're real. Like, that front line, you can play bigs like that because they can play in space. Both Allen and Mobley can play in space. That's the whole key with size. Like, people, just because you got 2 7-footers, doesn't matter if the guy can't play 25 feet from the basket. Those guys can. They can contest. They can switch. It gives you a chance, and they can play out of their space. And by that, I mean they're guys that when a shot comes off, they can go over there and get the rebound. It doesn't have to be right in their area. And so that, and I like the makeup of their team. Okoro, defensive-minded player. Darius Garland's been terrific at the point. I think he's got a chance to be an all-star this year. And
Ricky Rubio.
And Rubio as a backup. Like, that's the advantage. They have great depth, and they fit, man. Cleveland's really good.
Fun to watch.
They really
Another
are.
guy I think has done an excellent job of just sacrificing. Kevin Love for the Cleveland Cavaliers, of sacrificing, because he could definitely be starting, but he understands big picture. And him coming off the bench with Ricky Rubio, that's not bad in Okoro.
Not bad at all. Tip-off, though, now in Dallas is just minutes away. The Mavs are welcoming the Bucks to town just after 8:30 on NBA TV. Nailed it, Smitty. Wanted to point out that was you.
Oh.
Want more NBA action? Jump into League Pass and stream live games anywhere. Stream more dunks, more buzzer beaters, and more moments all season long on any device. Catch up with condensed games, get interactive stats, and customize the play-by-play with local broadcasts. NBA League Pass brings the game to you. Subscribe today.
E for everyone.
PlayStation.
At Tommy John, we believe you deserve the most comfortable underwear. And breathable, supportive, lightweight stretch fabrics for the perfect fit on every guy. We believe in can't believe they needed. Feeling is believing. So upgrade now and get 20% off your first order at TommyJohn.com with this code.
Dion, hand it over. Now, how does that make you feel?
Like a part of me is missing.
Gabrielle?
This Old Spice Fiji hand and body lotion has me smoother than ever.
That's what it does.
Spetka goes unexpected. Spetka goes two-stepping. Spetka goes off. Spetka goes, yeah!
This is your home. This is your family room / gym. The guest bedroom / music studio. The daybed / dog bed. The living room / yoga shanty / regional office. How did you guys do it? / classroom. Is a vacation home / vacation home. Find yours on the Vrbo app.
We're now minutes away from tip-off as the Mavs welcome the reigning champion Bucks to town. He's been playing well. Keep an eye on him. It's coming up next right here on NBA TV, and our Center Court crew is live on location in Dallas. Our 3D, Dennis Scott, is covering the game from the sidelines. He also caught up with Mavs coach Jason Kidd. 3D?
Coach, you know we're going through some rough times right now. How are you able to navigate with all the new faces in the lineup?
Well, it's basketball, so as if it was a pickup game, keep it simple, right? If we can play hard, do the right things, that could put us in a position to win. But there are NBA basketball players, and so when we talk about the 6 new faces, in the last game, those guys played hard to help us find a way to win.
As hoopers, is it kind of fun for some?
You know, unfortunately, this COVID issue has given these guys this platform, and these guys are going to take full advantage of it. It also just shows about the G League. These guys are participating in the G League and being called up and getting their opportunity to play.
Again, 10 players between these two teams in the league's health and safety protocol, so that's going to be the name of the game. What are you going to be watching for in these first couple of quarters?
Well, I think for me is just talk about
This is next. Spiro, Brennan, both in the booth. 3D is covering the game from the sidelines. Smitty, GA, and I will see you guys at halftime.
Huh. Is that true? Geico's been saving folks money for 85 years?
Yep, that's right.
Wait, so if Geico's 85, that makes you... How old you are.
Geico, saving people money for 85 years.
It's the Sprite Holiday Special.
You know there's an art to making a perfect gingerbread house. And my grandma, she taught me when I was like your age.
Yeah, well, my grandma taught me too. Hey, Grandma.
All right, let's get started. So frosting's the key, you guys. Gingerbread's not that sweet. A little extreme. We gonna get that frosting. What are you doing?
You're welcome.
What kind of grandmama you got?
My job search was tough. But ZipRecruiter found me top jobs that match my skills.
ZipRecruiter to work for you. And see The Kingsman rated R, now playing only in theaters.
Slices and
Out at Little Caesars with hot and ready slices and sticks from 4 to 8 p.m.
Pizza, pizza.
Sticks!
Find the silver lining in flight delays. Vacation starts at the airport with Centurion Lounge Access.
We're all a local somewhere. So visit your local and make every Sunday Local Bar Sunday.
So at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals.
Aren't others doing that?
Others say that, but not everyone gets the best deal. Like, what if I give you a lollipop? Then I give you our best lollipop.
That's not fair.
At AT&T, we think it's only fair that all customers get our best deals. And you get a choice of plans.
She said everyone.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives both new and existing customers our same best deals, like up to $1,000 off our most popular smartphones.
When you spend all year serving others, when you lead by example, you don't just land
is two-step. The Bucks know. Without their Lone Star, but his absence has been opportunity for others to emerge. Bucks Mavericks next.
It's a presented by Google. As we welcome you to Dallas here, courtside Spiro Ditas and a former Dallas Maverick, former world champion around these parts. We'll get into that story as the night goes on. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Brendan, this was not exactly the matchup that we thought we were going. Great game. He was very close to making his return from the ankle, but he's out. Still no KP. Came out here warmed up, not ready with the toe. Hardaway, the list goes on. And so Jason Kidd really having to get creative with his lineups.
Yeah, Jason Kidd is definitely going to have to get creative with his lineups, but he understands nobody's going to feel sorry for these Mavericks. And he also talked about the opportunity for some of these young guys to grow. Guys like Jalen Brown.
A home win last night over the Houston Rockets, but they are dealing with their own missing pieces, namely the former two. This club.
Yeah, there's no Giannis, but they still in pretty good hands when you got guys like Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton. These guys have championship DNA. They've hit big shots and big buckets before, and the Bucks know they can go to them in clutch moments.
You have to grab your lineup card tonight, your roster page, to acclimate yourself with some of the new pieces. CarMax presents our starting lineups. No change in how the Bucks began their game. As Milwaukee with possession to begin. Here comes Pat Connaughton off the bounce.
3-point line.
Dallas has been off since Tuesday. Got a home win here over Minnesota. Wrapping up that home-and-home set with the Timberwolves. Powell kicks into the corner. That's a looking three that won't go for Sterling Brown, who makes the start tonight for Jason Kidd and the Mavericks. Middleton, the behind the back. This is DeMarcus.
Nothing but positive things to say about DeMarcus Cousins since he's been back. Since he's not been back, but since he's been with this Milwaukee squad, they love what he brings to the table.
Cousins had his best game since signing with them in late November last night. 18 points, 8 rebounds. This is Ntilikina, 2 to shoot, has to fire it up, doesn't get the bounce. And the rebound corralled underneath by Cousins.
And I think Cousins is really going to give them a lot as he gets more and more acclimated with this team, just because, yes, he's had the lower body injuries. He's not as bouncy as he once was, but he was always a very highly skilled player, and he can lean on that skill now that he's getting a little bit older in the game.
He's going to get a chance with some of the injuries and the missing pieces that they're dealing with. Of course, no Brook Lopez. Has back surgery a couple of weeks ago. He's only played 1 game. And so there has been an opening for a guy like Cousins to see if he can stick. Beautifully set up. They find Powell on the alley-oop finish.
And that's what Jason Kidd was talking to us about, that playmaking ability that a lot of people didn't understand that Dorian Finney-Smith has right there. As you see him finding Powell for the lob. That
he's bumped. He'll shoot a mention that Brendan just alluded to in our conversation with Jay Kidd pregame. And Brendan, that's the silver lining, right? All the guys that they're missing, they're asking players like Finney-Smith and Jalen Brunson to do a little bit more, and they've stepped into bigger roles this season.
And this is one of those things that is going to help the Dallas Mavericks as they get deeper into this regular season and in the postseason. Guys like when they get into the playoffs, because we've seen they're very Luka-centric come playoff time, and he needs some help. Maybe those guys will be able to be ready for them come playoff time.
Here's Ntilikina out of Powell. 9 to shoot. Finney-Smith, 19 points the other night against Minnesota. Finds Ntilikina well short on the 3. Sterling Brown underneath. Brown had his best game of the season on Tuesday, 12 and 11. Unable to clean up the mess underneath.